Hello, my viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about life insurance and different types of life insurance. First of all, before we talk about the types of life insurance, we need to understand what life insurance is. Life insurance is a contract between the client and the insurance company. Is the agreement that the insurance company will provide protection to your loved ones when you are no more. So you want to make sure that your family still maintain the same lifestyle that you were giving them when you were alive. So now this leads us to the misconception that we have about life insurance, because when we hear about life insurance, we think it's about death. Oh, I don't want to die. No, life insurance is not about dying. I used to think about the same thing previously, but now I understood what life insurance is all about and understood the type of life insurance that provides the most benefit. So that leads us to the type of life insurance that we have. So we have, we'll be talking about 4 types of life insurance right now. Number 1 is group life insurance. The second one is term life. Third one is whole life. And the fourth one is universal life, which is normally called the family miracle. So the group life insurance is normally the one that the organization provides to you when you first join an organization. It's one of the benefits that an employee gets. So if you're a full-time or part-time employee, automatically by default, you will be granted a group life insurance. And another advantage is free for you. You don't have to pay unless you want additional death benefit. Then you have to pay for the additional that you're taking. And it has some disadvantages. The coverage ends when you leave the job. Like when you get laid off, you retire, it ends. It doesn't cover you all through. Also, when you're ill, it doesn't cover you. It's not part of the right. It doesn't have such right to cover you when you're ill. And it has no benefit to the client while the client is alive. You cannot have cash accumulation. You cannot have an emergency and say, I need to take out some money from it. No, that's not available to you. And mostly is paid out upon death at work, which since my life I've been working, I haven't seen anybody die at work. At least in my present, I haven't seen. Yes, it does happen, but it's not frequent. It's rare. So only about maybe 9% will be paid out because it doesn't happen quite often. So this leads us to the second one, which is term life insurance. This is the regular one that everyone knows about. Like on TV, you will see somebody will ask, I'm 50, I'm 65, how much will life insurance cost me? They'll say $9.99 or $9.95. If I'm 100, if I'm 105, like that, this is the one, term life insurance. It is cheap. It is popular. Okay, you see it in TV. Banks will send you stuff for you to, sign up for term life insurance. So the advantages are that it's cheap and it's popular, but it has some disadvantages It is a temporary coverage for like 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years. So at the end of the term, you have to renew. So when you renew, if you are, for example, you're 20 years now and you have the premium, the life insurance for 10 years, by the end of 10 years, you will have to renew. And now your premium will be high because you were 20, now you're 30, so it will be higher. And it's only paid out upon death. And there's no benefit to the client while the client is alive. There's no cash accumulation. You cannot take out cash from term life insurance. And if for any reason you miss any payment, it lapses. So you have to start over. All the premium you have paid is gone. So it's kind of gambling and betting against your life, but at least you have it. At least it's better than not having anything. So most companies end coverage at the age of 65, which most people outlive it. So once the person outlives it, it will not be paid out. That means only maybe 2% is being paid out. The rest of 98% is never paid out. So that's why we're encouraged to, check first, ask questions, check what is best for you before you can buy any life insurance so that you get the best benefit that you deserve. This will lead us to the third one, which is whole life insurance. Whole life insurance lives up to 100 years and the premium remains the same. It has cash value available. You can take out your cash. When you're in need, you can take your cash value. That's available for you. It has some disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages that it has is it's more expensive, and also it has less benefit while you are alive, while the client is alive. Okay, you have access to cash only through a loan, no withdrawal. You don't have withdrawal option with whole life insurance. Another disadvantage is that the death benefit is without cash value. If you have cash value in this whole life insurance and you did not take the cash value out before your death or before the client dies, then the family will receive only the death benefit. The cash value goes to the insurance company. And this is not a good idea. In fact, to me, it's not a good idea. This also leads us to the last one, Index Universal Life Insurance, IUL. And this one has a lot of benefits, and people call it family miracle. Yes, it's a family miracle life insurance. The disadvantages that it has is that you have to pass a health screening. If you don't pass, if you have any terminal or critical illness, chronic illness to some level, you don't pass, then you'll be denied. And it sounds too good to be true. So some of the advantages that it has is that it grows with compound interest. Okay, and if you have to take a loan from or take money out from your cash value, is tax-free. You don't pay tax on it. So your cash is available, is accessible to you to take out as a loan or as withdrawal, Another advantage that I like is nobody prays for sickness, but who knows when it will come. It's not about if it will happen, but hey, is when will somebody be sick? But we're not praying for that. So if for any reason somebody gets sick, critical illness or chronic illness, Critical illness is like cancer or those critical illnesses. And chronic is when somebody is not able to, perform two out of six daily activities, okay, not able to help themselves. That's chronic. So if this happens, the insurance company, depending on the severity of the illness and the age of the person, will send a check to that client. So now that client will use that check to take care of himself or herself. So the only thing that the person will worry about is about the health, not about how to pay bills, how to take care of the family. See, this is a great advantage and this index universal life insurance. Another advantage is autopilot. Let's assume you want to, mass fund it, you want to pay for a certain number of years, you want to pay for like 3 years and leave it on autopilot. It will just be growing. It will be growing. And if you still want to take out money from it, you take a loan, from it or cash. Why loan is better than taking cash withdrawals? Because when you take cash withdrawal, it comes from your policy value and it will no longer be growing. It's like you're starting over. But if you take as a loan, it will come out from the death benefit. That means your policy value continues to grow. So another advantage is that you can take it as tax-free income for life. People don't understand all these things. We need to pay attention to all these advantages that this IUL Index Universal Life Insurance has. Another advantage it has is about $1 million baby. If you're in childbearing age or your children are and they have a baby today, the next 15 days, you can purchase this for the baby. And by the time that child gets to 17, 18 years, when he or she will go to college, he or she already have money to go to college without a loan, okay, without worrying you, paying out of pocket. So this is a huge advantage. So it helps for college funding. So there are so many advantages in this index universal life insurance. So if what you have had today interests you and you want to learn more, you want to get more information regarding this index universal life insurance, then reach out to me. I will drop a link where you can fill out your information, your email address, and your phone number, or you can leave a comment for me to reach out to you. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Thank you.